In this video, we dive into a pressing question of our time. Will net zero policies lead to mass unemployment? As governments and industries around the globe commit to ambitious climate targets, the shift towards sustainable practices is gaining momentum. However, this transition raises concerns about traditional industries and the potential economic disruptions that could ensue. We'll explore the emerging green job market, the challenges of reskilling our workforce, and the critical role that both governments and private sectors play in addressing these issues. Join us as we unpack the complexities of net zero policies and their impact on employment worldwide. 1. The growing emphasis on net zero policies. In recent years, the term net zero has become a buzzword in environmental and economic discussions globally. Net zero refers to the balance between the amount of greenhouse gas emissions produced and the amount removed from the atmosphere. Countries and companies are racing to achieve this status by setting ambitious targets to cut down their carbon footprints. These policies aim to combat climate change and promote sustainable development. However, there's a looming question. Will these policies inadvertently lead to mass unemployment? As the world transitions to greener technologies, there is genuine concern about the future of jobs in traditional industries like coal, oil, and gas. 2. Impact on traditional industries. The shift towards net zero inevitably impacts traditional industries that have been the backbone of many economies for decades. Industries reliant on fossil fuels, such as coal mining and oil extraction, are particularly vulnerable. As governments impose stricter regulations on carbon emissions, these industries face the threat of downsizing or even closure. For instance, in the UK, the coal industry has seen a significant decline, with many mines shutting down due to environmental regulations. Workers in these sectors may find themselves out of jobs, forced to transition to new industries without adequate training or support. 3. Emergence of green jobs. While net zero policies might threaten traditional jobs, they also open doors to new opportunities in the green sector. Renewable energy, electric vehicles, and sustainable agriculture are just a few areas witnessing rapid growth. The International Renewable Energy Agency, IRENA, estimated that by 2030, the renewable energy sector could create up to 24 million jobs worldwide. This shift represents a silver lining in the net zero narrative, offering hope to those willing to adapt and reskill. However, the challenge remains in ensuring that workers from traditional sectors can transition smoothly into these new roles. 4. Challenges in reskilling the workforce. One of the biggest hurdles in the transition to a net zero economy is reskilling the workforce. Many workers in traditional industries possess skills that may not directly translate to the green sector. For instance, a coal miner might not have the technical know-how to work in solar panel installation. Governments and corporations need to invest in training programs that equip workers with the necessary skills for green jobs. Without such initiatives, there is a risk of a skills gap, where available jobs don't match the skills of the unemployed. 5. Potential for economic disruption. The transition to net zero has the potential to cause significant economic disruption. Regions heavily dependent on fossil fuels might experience economic downturns, leading to increased unemployment rates. For example, areas in the U.S. known for oil drilling could face economic challenges as the demand for fossil fuels decreases. This disruption might not be limited to job losses. It could also affect other sectors, such as housing and retail, in these regions. It's crucial for policymakers to anticipate these challenges and implement measures to mitigate their impact. 6. Role of government in mitigating unemployment. Governments play a pivotal role in ensuring that the transition to net zero doesn't lead to mass unemployment. By implementing policies that support both workers and industries, governments can create a balanced approach. Initiatives such as tax incentives for green companies, subsidies for renewable energy projects, and investments in training programs can help bridge the gap. Additionally, social safety nets and unemployment benefits can provide temporary relief to those affected by the transition. It's a delicate balance, but with the right strategies, governments can minimize the negative impacts on employment. 7. The importance of public-private partnership. Collaboration between the public and private sectors is essential for a successful transition to net zero. Private companies, with their resources and expertise, can drive innovation in green technologies and create new job opportunities. On the other hand, governments can provide the necessary regulatory framework and support to ensure these innovations benefit the wider workforce. By working together, both sectors can develop comprehensive strategies that address potential unemployment issues while advancing net zero goals. This collaboration can also lead to the development of new industries and markets, further boosting economic growth. 8. Global perspectives on net zero and employment. Different countries are approaching the net zero challenge in varied ways, influenced by their unique economic landscapes. For instance, Germany, a leader in renewable energy, has invested heavily in wind and solar power, creating thousands of jobs in the process. On the other hand, countries like India, which are still heavily reliant on coal, face significant challenges in balancing economic growth with environmental goals. These global perspectives highlight the complexity of the issue and underscore the need for tailored solutions that address the specific needs of each country. Ultimately, the journey towards net zero is a complex one, fraught with challenges and opportunities. While there are genuine concerns about potential unemployment, the transition also offers a chance to reshape economies and create sustainable job opportunities. The key lies in proactive planning, investment in reskilling, and collaboration across sectors to ensure a just and equitable transition for all.